Hello everyone, it's the FarmSim guy here, hope you're all doing well. Now, this video, a little bit different. I thought, I've been playing FarmSim for many a year, but I have never, ever picked up FS20, the mobile version. I've never had a look at it. So I thought, just for a change, we would fire it up and see what it's like. So I've got my iOS device here. I run on an Apple iPhone 13, I think it is. But I've got the game installed, and I think we should jump in and have a look at it. Now, there's a little bit of a reason why I'm doing this video now. Obviously, the game's been out for a very long time, but it has a really strong fan base. And I do know from watching some of the creator spotlight corners and things like that on the Giants channels, you see a lot of questions about what's happening with the next mobile game. When are we going to see the next mobile version of the game? And to be honest, the quick answer is, the official answer from Giants, and I've asked them, is that there is no official answer at the moment. They may be working on something. They possibly are working on something. We just do not know. So until we get any concrete information from them, unfortunately, we're just going to have to keep guessing. But I'm sure it will take another big step forward, as it did from FS18 to FS20. So fingers crossed, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Obviously, mobile devices are getting more and more powerful every day, so hopefully they can harness that power and really bring the game to life even more than they have done already. But that said, let's just jump in and have a look at this. Like I said, completely new concept to me. Never played it, not really a mobile games fan, but let's see what it's like. Right, here we go. There is the first screen. I'll be the first to admit that I haven't actually jumped into it beyond making sure that it worked for recording, but here we go. I've hit career there. I'm going to hit new game here. I have to say, I'm using it on an iPhone 13 at the moment, and so far, feels pretty good. Welcome to Farming Simulator. Would you like to start a short guided tour? Why not? First time we've been in here. So, activate so it starts the header rotating. So I'll OK that. So you can pan around using your finger or thumb. I have to say, instantly impressed with the graphics. Now listen, I know this is a game from a couple of years ago now, but I have to say, you know, for somebody who's played FarmSim for a long time, this is the first time I have ever played the mobile version. I'm not sure how many of you have kicked in and played it before, just to see what it's like. I think it's relatively sensibly priced in the App Store, so now, how do I start this up? I'm going to assume that by pressing that, yes, okay. So the wrench there with the tick on it has got me going. So, drive forward. Assume we slide this forward like so. There we go. Okay, we are harvesting. Now, I can still pan around. I'm assuming I can steer as well. I'm not going to do that to keep my line straight, but liking it so far, looking good. Now I'm going to work out what some of these options are along the bottom. I'm guessing the tractor is jumping between vehicles. That's our fill level with wheat in, I assume. Disconnect the header there, or reattach the header. I'm guessing it's going to come up with a little alert here. There we go. There's a lot to do, so it makes sense to hire help workers on the farm. So hire a helper to take care of the rest of the field. How do I do that? What do we think? I'm guessing the full-size figure there at the bottom is for me to get out of the combine, so I'm going to suggest that the other one, the head and shoulders there, is a helper. And I was right. So he's going to keep working on this task until it's done. Switch to the tractor, the cultivator attached by using the vehicle switch on the bottom left. Right, okay. Now, cultivator. Which one was cultivator? No, that's not a cultivator, is it? That is a seeder. But there we go. Look, that's how we turn the wheels. Very nice. I'm liking the graphics. Shadows are a little bit speckly there. They're not super tight. I wonder if we can change those, actually. Let's have a look at the menu at the top here. The prices. It feels very familiar, I have to say. Quite liking how familiar it feels for somebody that's been used to FarmSim on a PC. What have we got here? Nothing. Graphics very high. That's all. Nothing. No options on shadows. Gyroscope steering. Okay, so that's an interesting one. So if you have that on, I'm assuming you can tilt. So I'm twisting my phone left and right here, and it's doing the steering like that. I'm going to turn that back off though. I think I'm going to go old school for now, but we may try it on later on. But this is the wrong tractor. So there's our combine with our helper in. This looks like our guy with the cultivator on. The fields that have been harvested need to be cultivated, so it's given us a bit of lesson in farming as well. Lower the cultivator by using the activation button. Okay. So again, I think that is the cog with the... the wrench with a tick above it. Yes, indeed, it is. Now drive the field and cultivate the soil. There we go. Nice texture on the ground there as well. I like that. This is pretty cool. I have to say, I'm impressed with the graphics. I really am. There we go. Telling us to get another helper on the case as well there, so we'll do that. There he goes. Now I should be able to hit this full-length figure next to the helper. And it kicks me out of my tractor. It told me I was blocked by an object, but that was just me. So let's have a little wander around here. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do next. Is that... Have I broken the tutorial? Probably not. Let's jump to another tractor. I'm sure if we jump to another tractor... Yes, there we go. So cultivated fields need to be sown. For this we need a seeder. Drive back towards seeder. Okay, so we're going to attach. So it's going to attach automatically. Okay, so when it was attached, there was another little icon that came up. But, there we go. So we just pull that backwards. There we go. Now activate the vehicle to turn on the seeder and start planting. You can select the crop type if you want to plant by tapping the seed icon. Okay, interesting. So, there we go. We are scrolling there through our crops: barley, oats, canola, soybeans, grass, and back to wheat. What should we put in? Let's put in some soybeans, shall we? So now disconnect next to it. That just unhitches it then, so it automatically hitches up. Ooh, didn't then. Maybe I need to pull away and then reverse back. Yes, it just needs to refresh that trigger. So the weight on the front as well, it doesn't look like you can control that. You've either got a weight on or you've not. This is nice. This is nice. Now look, our money's ticking down. That must be for our helpers. There's our map as well. We haven't looked at the map yet, have we? So there's our map. Shows us what we've got. Few fields here. We obviously own 1, 2 and 3. Plus signs in the middle of the other fields must be how you purchase them. That's interesting. And you've got all your waypoints. It does feel very familiar actually. Growth stages, yeah, it's nice. I like this. I like this. I could find myself playing this when I'm away from home. I'm surprised I've not done it already, to be honest, but there we go. Even the way you can zoom in and out and the vehicles feels pretty natural as well. So, right, let's drive forward. Let's fire this up. Get on with it. There we go. We are seeding now as well. Just get to the end of this tutorial. See how that goes as well, and then we're all good. So the only thing is, I can't. So you can knock it up to full speed, but you can't hold it at a certain speed. Obviously, must nearly be full. So let's switch to our cultivator tractor. So yeah, no, you can run this at full speed. So if you see there, I've slid the power up to full speed. But it will only run at the speed of the implement you're using. But I can't set it to, say, 9 or 10 miles an hour. I have to hold it at 10 miles an hour. As soon as I lift my thumb off, it goes back to 0. So that's interesting. We'll put another helper on that, though. And we'll go back to our cultivator tractor. We'll deactivate the cultivator as necessary, then drive to the yard indicated on the map. Right, okay, so I'm not going to do it in the middle of a row, so we'll let him get to the end of the row. And I'll dismiss my helper, who's doing an excellent job. But we'll drop him off there, and we will head to the yard. Now, steering's interesting. Need to move my position so I can see where I'm going. Yeah, it's quite subtle. I did see you could adjust the speed of the steering as well. I think it's got on set on about 80% at the moment, so there we go. Oh, it told me to detach the cultivator, but I left it in the field. Right, so let's roll forward. How did I get into the cab? Did that happen? Interesting. Maybe it did automatically for us. Let me just reverse up here. See how close we can get. Yeah, it's automatically updated. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how to get out of the cab view though. Let's get out and jump back in and see what we can do. Oh, a double tap on the screen. There you go, that switches between two, that's quite nice. Right, we better go and get this combine unloaded, haven't we? Don't even know where the field is. Right, let's have a look in the map again. Guessing field 2 is where the combine is, or field 3. Anyway, we'll head over that direction and see what we can find. Let's look out for straw on the ground, shall we? Right, there's the field there, right next to us. Yeah, it's a shame you can't set it at a slow speed. Don't really want to be driving at 37 miles an hour or kilometres an hour. But there we go. Straight to the field. Nice lot of straw in here as well, when the time is right. Waiting at the end here. Of course he's on the wrong side, so we're going to have to drive through crops to unload. Oh, he's still going, that's why. Right. Well, let's wait for him and see if he gets to the end of the road and turns around first. Now, this is quite good fun, I have to say. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, that cruise control would be nice though, wouldn't it? Maybe there is an option and I don't know about it. If you know if there is a cruise control option, let me know and we'll give it a go. Right, we've got him on the turn now, so we should be able to, hopefully, run alongside him so we can unload. But you can be quite subtle with the movements, actually. It's quite nice from that perspective. Why have I taken so long to play this? This is really fun. Right. Pipes. Now this could be fun. I'm going to run this at the same speed. I have to guesstimate the speed of the combine. I'm going to say 10. I'll run a kilometre an hour, I think. 11. 11's too much. Oh, there's more in there, I think. I need to drive to the sell point. There you go. Going to unload at the end? No. Okay. So, I'm going to go to the sell point marked on the map. Let's just not run off the road, shall we? The brakes on for a second and have a look at the map. There we go, it's flashing over here, West Hill Grain Mill. Right, I'm going the wrong direction, so I should have turned the other way and headed back to the yard, but that's fine. We could do a little bit of a U-turn here, I'm sure, causing too much hassle. Test my reversing skills on mobile. Can't be any worse than my reversing skills on PC. There we go. So if we head up here, we'll be able to head through the yard. Getting a bit twitchy now. I'm at full speed in the tractor. So now I'm locked on at 39 kilometres, 40 kilometres an hour here. For driving on the road, that's not so bad. Knock it back to make my turn. Let's head up here. I don't know how much further I need to go. Oh, there's got the marker there for us to show us where we need to go. Graphically, this is nice. Got a definite FS19 vibe to it. But it's running really smooth. I have got a relatively new iPhone, so it is running relatively smoothly. But I'm liking this. Right, let's slow ourselves down here, make sure we hit the turning in the road. Find the stop sign. There we go, drive over the grate to unload the wheat and earn some money. So, like I said, if you're a complete novice, some good tips here. I've just about grasped the basics of FarmSim over the last few years, so there we go. And it tips automatically for us, it looks like. So a lot of the stuff is automated here as well, which is good. That's the end of the tour. Grow your crops, sell and buy better tools. Good luck. Have fun in the world of farming. Superb. Right, we'll run this back to the yard. We'll have a quick look at some of the other menu items. And I'll give you my thoughts. There we go, back to the yard here. Let's turn in and park up. And we'll have a look at some of the menus. Things like the shop, you can see those markers on the ground there where you... oh look, we've even driven into one which shows us how we can buy cows. So, looks like, yep, as per with FS19 and 20, you move them from one side to the other, hit confirm to purchase those. So that's interesting. At Larry's Livestock, we're not going to go there today, just now though. But good to see that works the same way as in FS19. Obviously switches your tractor off as soon as you get out there. I guess there's some control limitations with the mobile devices. The little arrow in the corner there makes you jump should you need to do that. LPD's got a full grain tank, so that's good. It tells us our combine is still busy. Let's go to the shop here, the basket in the top corner then. So you can purchase coins if you can't be bothered saving up the money, but I think from our purposes, we've got about 100,000 in there now. What we probably need next is a baler of some sort. So let's see what we can find here. Oh, we've got to use the arrow keys at the top, so there we go. Baling technology. So what can I buy? What can I... already that's 105k and we've only got 100 in the bank, so I think we need to keep working on it and earn a bit more cash before we do stuff. So for now, we'll leave it at that. I think we have to earn quite a lot of money before we do stuff. Obviously, there's your money in the top corner and your fuel, your map here, and then you've got some settings. There's your animals. We don't have any animals yet. Vehicles will tell you what you own. You could sell these here as well. So if you select them, go down to the bottom and sell. Finances as well will tell you what you've done so far as per FS 19 and 22. All very interesting stuff. Settings, as we looked at before, running at 30 times timescale at the moment. Crikey, that's fast. Graphics settings, sound effects, all of that stuff is in there. And let's have a look at what else. We've got a little help menu there. Again, very similar to the main game. Very, very good. I like it a lot. Nice little setup indeed. So, there we go. Just a quick look at FS20 on mobile. So, there you have it. I have to say, I really enjoyed that. It was just a little play around for 15 minutes, but I've got to say, quite impressed with the graphics and how it stands up and how familiar it felt as well. I think that was the thing that I took away from it, was it really felt like if you've played FarmSim on PC or on console, you would be right at home with a mobile game. So who knows, next time you're away or away from your PC or your console and you can't play FarmSim, maybe it's worth picking this up. It's in the App Store for Google and for Apple. I think it's around about $6 or £6, depending on your currency, €6. But it's not bad value for what it is. There's a good chunk of equipment in there. There's a lot to keep you going for a little while, and why not give it a go? So, from me for now, thanks for humouring me in this little vid, and I will see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.